Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Beyond The Masc, where we gather around the table and share stories and dive into life itself. I'm Matt, and I'm very excited to be here with y'all.
And I'm Chris. It's going to be a great episode. We got so much to talk about today. Whether it's your first time coming or you've been following us for a while, we're glad to have you here.
And I'm Ari. I can't wait to get into it. This space is all about community, so expect a bunch of laughter, some real talk, and some heartfelt moments along the way.
And I'm Nadia. We're here to make you feel seen, heard, and celebrated. So whether you're an ally or if you're a part of the community, everyone's welcome at our table.
So grab your favorite drink, kick your feet up, settle in, because the party's about to get started.
Let's get it.
All right. So first and foremost, we haven't even had this conversation. We were talking about this before we got started, y'all, that we haven't even had this conversation amongst ourselves. But we're going to kick it off, talk about where we're from, what brought us to Nashville, and then kind of, I guess, what attracted us to Nashville.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess. All right, I'll start off. I'm originally from California.
If you can't hear it.
I'm from the West Coast, from California. I was brought here by the military. When I got out back in 2015, I just decided to stay here. I really like the slower life compared to the LA life, because it was a lot slower, at least, because it's now definitely different. But yeah, I mean, I love Nashville. I love everything about it. Affordability as far as living. The people here is definitely different from the West Coast. And yeah.
Born and raised in Cali?
Born and raised.
Okay,
Born and raised.
Yeah. Okay. Me? Well, I mean, I came from Texas. It was not by choice. You hear the southern twang in my accent already, I'm sure. So we got the West Coast. We got some deep South. But I came for work. I was granted an opportunity to be a part of an apprenticeship program that my job was starting off. So they relocated me out here. So if anything, I was just chasing the money, Had to go where the money was called.
Period.
Right.
Chase that bag.
You feel me? I didn't have any obligations really in back home in Houston. My partner at the time was willing to also pack up and uproot her life to move out here with me, so I wasn't completely by myself when I made the transition. But I don't really like Nashville like that.
Don't do that.
I'm sorry. I just, like you said,
Are you comparing it to Houston, or are you just saying?
I can't help it.
Right.
I can't help but
That makes
compare it
sense.
to home.
Yeah.
But I mean, the speed of Nashville is way slower than what it is in Houston. But at the same time, I feel like I needed that. I feel like God was placing me out here for a reason, to slow me down, to pay more attention to him, and to really just tap into a different level than what I feel like Houston was hindering me from reaching.
Right.
If anything, so.
Well, I'm going to jump right in because she moved here for work, very similar to myself. Even when I met her, I was like, it's literally like we live the same life in a sense. So I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. Duval, Jacksonville Jaguars till I die. DTWD till I die. But yeah, so I spent majority of my time in Jacksonville, Florida. I moved around a little bit with my employer, and then my final relocation was here to Nashville, same. And I mean, I'm kind of aligned with what you said as far as, I'm always comparing it to Florida, but I try to find myself, I try to not find myself, but I try to steer away from doing that because, I had to leave Florida for a reason, so, it's no point of me pretty much trying to always bring it back, in Florida this and Florida that, so I try to, stay off that bandwagon for the most part, but I will say Nashville's growing on me. We bought a house. Me and my fiance bought a house not too long ago. So obviously we got some roots. We plan on being here for
This
a
is
little
home.
while.
This is home.
Yeah, it's home for a little while at least. So I can't complain for the most part. I met this incredible group of women. So that alone, honestly, that's enough for me right now. If I ain't got nothing else in Nashville, I got these three, and I'm good with that right now.
I'm from Nashville. I don't know what to tell y'all. I'm basically from here, grew up here. Nashville always been like a small city to me. I've traveled several places, used to live in Houston at one point in time. Now, I think Houston is definitely better than Nashville. Because the city's big, it's nice, but Nashville is definitely home for me. I do have family members here. I do have a good group of friends here. There is several opportunities in Nashville too. It is a slower city, but you can make a lot of money. You can get a lot of things off the ground, especially if you're looking to transition to another city. This is a great city to build in before you transition out to another one.
Yeah,
I agree.
facts.
I agree.
Ooh, excuse me.
So Nadia, you did bring up that we met in Nashville. So prior to meeting us, what like efforts have you tried in the past that did or didn't work when it came to building relationships or friendships?
Jeez. All right, we listen, we don't judge. Man, when I first moved to Nashville, just in general, when I first moved to Nashville, this was me 100% stepping out of my comfort zone because I'm the type that always been like, if I got friends, I got them. If I don't, I don't. I have a real close-knit family, so like my family is like my best buds, my mom, my aunt, etc. So when I first moved down here, me and my fiance, we got on an app called Bubble. I think it was something like that.
Bubble or Bumble?
Bumble, that's what it was.
Bumble, yeah.
This is not an advertisement, but there was love found.
Right, I swiped it a few times, whatever the case may be. Long story short, I paid for subscriptions, all that. It didn't work. So that was like my last plea, like, friendship, community, etc. And it didn't work out for me. But for the past, in the past, I'll say I've had a lot of long living relationships from like elementary, middle school, etc. But of course, like with my job in itself, I travel a lot, so distance a lot of the times just kind of out of sight, out of mind type of situations. And then for me, I'm a giver. I'm a great friend. I like to think. And a lot of the times, it's just not reciprocated. And I got to a point in my life where I was just tired of pouring and not being poured into. So I kind of just gave up, honestly. Just people who I didn't talk to them. And if I did, I did. Then I met Ari.
Yeah.
I want to say at the gym.
Yeah.
In a yoga class.
Yeah.
And then again, this is me stepping out my comfort zone because it's not me at all. And I seen her in the parking lot. I'm like, hey, what's up? Boo, boo. So we chopped it up a little bit. Find out we went to the same barber shop. Try to get her to play football with me, we ended up not doing that. And then eventually she invited me to their friend group. So I was the last man in the square. But man, they all was welcome, man. It was, it didn't feel like I was an outcast and nothing like that. So ever since then we've been going to church together, all that good stuff. We all have very similar mindsets as to kind of what we want out of life. So that made it extremely easy to kind of mesh with the group of women here. What about you?
Man, I like starting friendships has been like hard. Like I guess growing up, like trying to be friends with like other masculine presenting women, it's been like really hard. I don't know, it's like a lot of jealousy in it. People thinking like you want their girlfriend, stuff like that. The whole time I just want to be friends with you.
Yes, exactly.
But it was hard, so I kind of took a step back from making friendships. I kind of like grew into like just solo, just being by myself, hanging by myself and stuff like that. And then I started meeting friends. Like I started getting like active on social media. I started meeting people like on social media. I think me and you met on Instagram. So we kept in contact like that. And then Ari introduced me to Meg at the gym. We started working out at the gym. And
Ari,
then
matchmaker, friend
Right, exactly.
And that's why I be telling her, like, I did think, or it's like, I am thankful, like, you did introduce me to, like, this good group of women. So I feel blessed to be in a friendship like this. We have a strong foundation. We all understand each other. We all own our boss stuff. So, we doing real good for ourselves. There's no competition, no bad energy. We all show good love and good support to each other. And I think friendships, there are definitely friendships out there like this. You just got to, work on the self-development, get yourself together, put yourself out there, and you will meet those people eventually. It might not seem like right now, but they will come across time the more you better yourself and the more you put yourself out there.
For sure.
Yeah, it's fast. Everything's spot on. Yeah. What about you, Jack?
Me? Well, it's definitely different because I was brought out here through the military. So the military you create weird and strange bonds with people. So as far as finding friends, that wasn't a problem. Finding masculine presenting friends, or at least people that were part of the community that were more like-minded like me, that was definitely different. I definitely came to the group. I met Ari through social media. She found me on TikTok, I think.
TikTok.
Yeah, it was TikTok.
She was funny as shit.
And then our first meetup was at the gym.
Yeah.
I want to say it was definitely at the gym, and from there we've just been rocking, whether it be at the gym together, and then I started meeting everybody else, and my life has definitely made a 180. Thanks to Ari and everybody else included, but the challenge is finding more masculine presenting friends. Like Chris, you said, the jealousy is so real out there. and this crew, these beautiful, amazing women that God has blessed me with, has definitely helped me progress in life, spiritually, and just, gosh, so many things in life. I don't even know. It's just too much to explain. But yeah, there's been challenges, but I think because we didn't stop and we kept praying and we kept, pursuing it, that we were able to find something much more than we thought we could ever find.
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
What about you,
I was
Ari?
about to say, give it to the match.
Yeah, I mean, the matchmaker, Ari.
Thank you. I mean, I guess what y'all saying that I'm a matchmaker, I guess I just wanted that camaraderie so bad, because even like just growing up, I moved around so much, like I can't even tell you, probably like 15 times or so, like my entire childhood growing up. So I've always craved a long-term friendship, so I always wanted a friend that I could hold on to. So even the friendships that I do have that have been like long-lasting, some of them I felt I held on to them for too long because
You just wanted it.
I just wanted to have a friend, so I think once I grew out of that state of mind when I moved out here, because I figured like, look, God has relocated me, this is a fresh start to really create that friendship, create those friendships and build those bonds with people who are like-minded, who give as much as I give. Like you said, I'm a giver, and a lot of times I did feel like it wasn't reciprocated. Like I do still have some friends that, like some childhood friends that I still rock with real hard from back at home, but I just knew I kind of needed a different type of group when I moved out here, because I was stepping into this new lifestyle, this new journey, like changing my career path completely. It was just wanting to be closer with God, like building this relationship. I really wanted to build a village and a tribe that had a lot of the same views and morals that I did. And when I came here, I prayed for y'all. Like,
I do
real shit.
Absolutely.
Like, not real, real spit. Like, God know my heart.
Yeah.
But real spit, like, I prayed for y'all. I really did. I prayed for a group like this. I prayed for friends who understood me, who didn't judge me, who weren't jealous, who would push me, who would motivate me, who would help me grow. And I feel like we get all of that and so much more, being amongst each other. And the fact that we all have such a good and big love for guys just speaks volumes. That we do go to church together. Like I didn't have that in Houston,
I didn't have that.
Going to church with my friends, like I didn't really have that. So that's something that I really cherish amongst this group, is that we put him first, and I feel like that's why we're winning so much in life right now, for sure.
I got one thing on that, because I see it in your eyes when you said you prayed for it.
Yeah.
It's ironic because, they say you want to make God laugh, you tell him what you want, you know what I'm saying? And I did not pray for it, honestly. Like, I'm being full transparency. Again, I was somebody who thought if I had my family, if I had my girl, I had my kid, like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Until I got into a friend group, and I'm like, dang, this whole time I actually did need it. I did need it, and I didn't know I needed it. So I appreciate you praying for it, because while you praying for it, he brought us together. Because had you not been praying, you know what I'm saying, we might have not ever crossed paths. So I appreciate that, man, big time, for real, for real.
For sure.
I'm dead. So how would y'all say our friendship has shaped your ideology of what friendship and unity really is?
That's a good question. As far as what I expect from other people when it comes to a friendship, I expect a lot now. You guys have set the bar really high when it comes to not just mass presenting, but just really anybody. Because the fact that we were able to come together and become friends because we listen and we're not judging, we were also able to communicate about any issues that we have going on in our lives, and to be able to have that kind of safe space with like-minded people, people that look like me, think like me, dress like me, kind of thing. It's really nice. But anybody, like I said, you gotta set the bar really high. So anybody else coming through, I gotta check with my bros first.
Right.
So yeah, you guys have shaped it in a way that's very unique. Every group's gonna be different, but I don't want to give away too much, because I mean our group,
Right.
we locked in. But yeah, everybody's gotta find their tribe, and every tribe is different. So yeah, good luck to everybody else.
I'll say, we can go ahead and nip this in the bud now. I'm the devil's advocate of the group. So she said we all think alike. We are like-minded. I'll say one thing that I appreciate about our friendship and what has actually shaped my idea of what friendship is that we can disagree and still have healthy dialogue.
Yeah,
so we don't always agree. We don't always have the same ideas, even with, some of the content or whatever the case may be for the podcast.
Yeah.
But we all can get together, disagree, have conversations one-off. We don't always have to communicate with a group, us as a group. If me and Chris we've had, our share of disagreements, I would say, or a disagreement. I don't want to put it out there like it's been a lot, but we were able to have a very healthy conversation afterwards, and I appreciated that. I've never been in a group, heterosexual, homosexual, whatever the case may be, where I've been able to disagree with a friend and then literally same day, or even a day after, be able to come right back to it as if nothing, changed. So that for me is big, it's major, and it's 100% like a must-have for me. Like if we can't disagree, and without us falling out or saying disrespectful things to one another after the fact, absolutely no go for me. So I'll say that's something that's major for me. We got to be able to disagree and still love on one another, as well as just reciprocate. The energy that we put forward. Like some days might not be my best day. But they don't hold it against me, like, oh, well, she's been missing or whatever the case may be. It is what it is. Sometimes we're in our space. But I guarantee you nobody ain't gonna let a full day go by without texting.
Right.
Hey, what's going on? Y'all good? X, Y, and Z. So again,
we checking on
mandatory.
each other.
Hey, we popping up if you gotta pop up. Hey, we pulling up. Whatever you gotta do. But I'll say, so for me, that's major for me. And I've never had that before, of course, joining this group of women. Women. Heavy on the women.
I guess I'll piggyback off of what Nadia is saying, like the disagreement part, that's definitely a big one, because I've had friendships in the past where like as soon as the disagreement happened, the friendship over with. It's not no real effort put in it. It's not like actually putting effort in a friendship. It helps us grow as friends. It actually shows that we actually care about the relationship that we build. It's not something like, oh, like this is family. This ain't no like one object. Like we finna be cool, go out, and no, there's like growth in this. There's effort. There's building. There's love. There's a solid foundation that we have with each other that also helps keep us friends, keep us in the loop with each other. I feel like also this friendship has helped me with my relationships. Like I used to be like, dang, I need a relationship. Maybe like how I show love to like my partner or my relationships. This friendship has taught me healthy attributes that I should show in relationships, like patience, not being too judgmental, not being too forthcoming, like trying to rush anything or put pressure on anybody. Like having an actual friendship is the love that you need to have successful relationships. So I feel like this friendship has definitely helped me grow in that aspect. It's helped me grow in life. It's helped me grow with my finances, having a group of people, like-minded people that y'all can bounce ideas off of financially, mentally, spiritually. I feel like this friendship has shaped my ideology of friendships. So, and I'm really stingy with my friends, so I ain't stepping out too much, because they got, like Max said, they done set the bar high. So it's like, if you're not coming like that, I don't really,
Yeah. Something that I think really takes away from what everybody said is that we hold each other accountable in so many ways. Whether it's something that we don't want to hear, like we go keep it real with each other. We real quick to call each other out on our BS and let them know like you tripping. No, block them. Like look, we just talked about this. We have so many of those moments, which allow us to stay raw and vulnerable with each other. And I think that's what a lot of friendships are missing, like that vulnerability. Because like, seems like I'm not even gonna say what a lot of them are. But with us, I love that it's not about just the image. It's not the image. We just so happy to got that image. Right? We just so happen to be like this in real life. Right. But like that accountability is what's big. Like, cause I don't need nobody to sugarcoat nothing with me.
Yes.
Yeah.
So don't tell me what I need to hear, what I want to hear. Tell me what I need to hear.
Yeah.
That's sugarcoat. Fake. That's fake.
I was just about to say that's a major one. I don't want nobody that's always telling me I'm right.
Right.
If I'm always right, then I need to go play the lotto. I got the numbers. Hey, I'm telling you. But I was about to say, so that's big for me too. Like, yes, be my cheerleader or my advocate, etc., but also be the one to kind of bring me down too. Just reel me in. You know what I'm saying? And I say I definitely believe that we all pretty aligned in that area for sure.
Alright, so that is it for our first episode at Beyond the Masc. We want to thank you guys for joining us and staying tuned. If you guys are interested for any specific topics you want to talk about, please drop a comment. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, everything, share on all social media platforms. If you guys are wanting to connect with more people in your community, we are also going to be having something coming up. So please DM us if you are interested so you can be added to that. We look forward to see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Peace.
Beyond the Masc.